If you are a Microsoft Excel user, you need to know these Excel date functions. The first function you must know is the today function. The today function is dynamic and will always give the current date, no matter when the function was inserted into Excel. The next three important functions are year, month, and day. These functions are self-explanatory and will return the numerical, year, month, and day of a given date. The next function you must know is the date function. The date function takes inputs for the year, month, and day to create a date. Since we know these five functions, we can combine them to create a dynamic date that is always the first day of the current month. This is a helpful trick that can be used on spreadsheets that will need references to the current month. The eDate function takes a date as the first input, and the number of months you want to increase or decrease the date as the second input. Now that we have used eDate for adding 1 month to our date, let's click on the bottom right of the cell, and drag to the right to see if autofill will work for 2 and 3 months. Notice that our result for using eDate returns the serial number for the date. To have a more useful form of our answer, go to the Quick Formatting area of the ribbon, and change the cell format to Short Date. Now let's use eDate and the today function to return the date 30 years from today, and 20 years prior to today. Notice that, once again we need to change the cell to the date format to display a date that is useful for the user. Now that we have mastered the today and eDate functions, let's combine them with the sequence function to auto-create a list of dates that we can specify and even modify. For the sequence function, the first input is 6, for 6 rows of data, the second input will be 1, to create only 1 column, the third input will be 0, using 0 allows the list to start at today, rather than a month from today, and the final input is 1, this increases the list by 1 month. Note that 1 is the default, so we could have just closed parenthesis here and received the same result. Go ahead and update the cell formatting, and now we have a list starting at November 24th and includes the following 5 months. Now, let's create a row of dates using eDate, today, and sequence. For this series of dates, we will have one row. For columns, start the count at 0, step by 3 months, or quarterly. Remember to change cell formatting, and your list is complete. Since you have mastered these date functions, you are now prepared to create dynamic worksheets using dates as part of your data. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Microsoft Excel tutorials.